What is up, Tube users? I'm the Stereotypical Gamer, and welcome back to a new demos of the Darkest Files. This was a game that I found just browsing around Steam, and what stuck out to me is the reviews of this game kind of compared it to The Return of the Obra Dinn, which is my favorite game without a doubt, so I immediately just had to try this demo, so I'm really excited to see what this game entails, so let's hop right into it.
Previously on The Darkest Files.
Miss Katz, welcome to the front line. I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with. Hans Naumann, an older gentleman, shot just before the end of the war. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by a uniformed man for no reason. I suggest you invite the widow to give a statement.
Okay.
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
It was in April 45, only days before the Americans came. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang. There were two men. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal. This was the last time I saw him alive. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it. Please, Miss Katz, will you find the man?
Paula, I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Please invite Mr. Kiebitz.
Let's see, where is this my room? I believe this is. Let's see what we have. Case file. Selected categories. Old case file. Police reports on May 10th, 1945. A dead body was reported to the police in a wooded area. The deceased was identified as Hans Neumann, age 77. Autopsy revealed he was killed by a caliber gunshot to the forehead. Okay, yep. Victims filed a criminal complaint against an unknown person on August 8th. She observed the two men pick up her husband on April 28th. Four suspects identified in the connection. Okay. Investigation of the death. Just kind of skimming through. So these look like just kind of handy notes to understand the different ranks of uniforms. Lovely. And then we have 3 suspects that we need to do stuff for. What do we
Miss
have?
Katz, Mr. Bauer wants to talk to you.
Oh, any idea why?
Mr. Bauer.
I am sure he just wants to hear the latest update from you. He also said he wants to make sure you are properly prepared.
Properly prepared? What does he mean by that?
I have a hunch, but it's best to ask him that yourself.
Thank you, Paula. I'll be joining him in a minute.
Okay.
Hello, Miss Katz. Any news regarding the Naumann case?
And quite surprising ones. As it turns out,
Yeah.
he wasn't even supposed to be arrested. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told you. But are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
yes,
I see, but why did the man take him if they knew he was innocent?
Yeah.
considering the
Had to take
times,
someone.
they might have been afraid of coming back empty-handed. Or they could have hoped their actual suspect would turn himself in, hearing his father was taken.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
Yeah, we don't know
That
yet.
I don't know yet. But I believe this is definitely a case for us.
It is indeed. We need witnesses.
I'd start with the names mentioned in the files of the first investigation. I've already invited Hermann Kiebitz to join me later this afternoon.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Cutts. And be mindful of time. We do not have nearly enough of it here. Once you hear from all witnesses, we need to move to court quickly. Since you have never led a case before, I want you to be prepared. Mr. Peters has agreed to look over your shoulder and help you out. Present your findings, prove your claims. It will help you to familiarize yourself with the ins and outs of court. We cannot afford to fail at court, and preparation is the key to success.
I'll do what I can. Good morning.
Yes.
My name is Esther Katz.
A pleasure, miss. Could you tell me how long I have to wait for the prosecutor?
Mr. Kiebitz,
Oh.
I'm the prosecutor here.
Oh, modern times, I guess. How
okay.
long will this take?
Yeah.
It will take as long as it takes.
It's all right, miss. I'm just asking.
Let's get started, shall we? This is about the arrest of Hans Naumann in Munich on April 28, 1945. According to a witness, 2 men picked up Mr. Naumann from his apartment. Were you one of them?
You're pretty. You know that?
Mr. Kiebitz, were you one of those men?
No, I wasn't. We drove to the house. Then our group leader and Mr. Schickert got out of the car to arrest the man.
Ooh. Transition.
Then they tossed the old man into the car and headed to the district office.
The district office. Where was it located?
Where am I?
We just had moved it into the basement of our brewery.
Okay.
Still stuffed with beer bottles and barrels. District Leader Schwartz came out and gave the command.
Can I? Oh, okay. I gotta
What
hold
command?
that.
What did he
Let's be
say?
executed.
He ordered us to execute the man. Then he left. I felt uneasy. This wasn't right.
This must be the cell.
Yes.
We all entered the cell.
Could you describe the cell?
Very basic. Mattress, window, chair.
Oh, what about this? Can I do this?
Was your local group in contact with other local groups?
Just in the area, there
there's some
were
other things that
28
we can
local
see.
groups.
Oh, okay.
We were in constant contact with them. Group leader Falkman seemed to hesitate. He shared my concerns about killing the old sod. He told us to wait.
Okay.
Yet Schickert insisted. He referred to that new order about dealing with insurgents. He was such a stickler for the rules. He could be really annoying about these things.
What did he say?
He insisted that any delay would constitute treason.
And treason must be reported, he said. The refusal to obey orders would be of interest for the Gestapo. Faced with this open threat of being denounced, we did not dare to act.
The tension was strong. Group leader Falkman ordered us to wait once more. But Schickert drew his gun and shot him.
So it was him. Shotman shot him.
What I'm saying is, Schickert shot the old man against Mr. Falkman's order?
Exactly.
That's horrible.
These are brutal events you're getting to hear here. Are you sure you're up for it? Honestly, no one would think this is a job for a woman. What do you have to prove? I will file a formal complaint.
Oh, a complaint?
What would you like to complain about?
About talking to you instead of a real prosecutor.
I see. Well, if you think that's necessary, go ahead. Thank you for your time, Mr. Kiebitz.
Goodbye, Miss Katz.
Yeah, here we go. Falkman District stepped into the hallway, gave the orders for the execution. In the blueprint, you reconstruct and compare events of your witness testimony, building theory you present to in court. Crime is divided into 5 steps. Each step is connected with a question that is answered by editing the blueprint. You can move the figures around to display their location and assign them actions. Selecting a character gives them an action to answer the first question. So let's see how this worked. Who ordered the execution? That would have been, according to him, that was this guy. Who went to the cell where Mr. Newman was held captive? I think it was these 3, right? Then who resisted the order? Okay, we gotta go to step 3. Who resisted the order? So I guess it was Faltman that defied the order. Who threatened the Gestapo? That was him. And then who shot? It was Skirkt. So like that. Let's see. So give the order. They all go down there into the room. Faltman defies the order. Skirts threatens. And then shoots. Yeah, I think that looks good. Alright, let's go meet with the other prosecutor, Mr. Peters.
Honorable Miss Cutts, would you be ready then?
I think so.
Yeah, let's
How
do
are
this.
we going to do that?
I will act as defense in court, and you will do your part.
Okay. Sounds good.
What do you mean exactly?
You are Esther Cutts, the famous prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
No case too hard, no challenge too high.
Yep.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Haha.
You present your prosecution, support your conclusions with evidence, and win the case. And I'm trying to stop you from doing just that. Should be a piece of cake. For one of us, at least.
I think we have it all down, right? So we can
His
just
execution
do
was
this.
ordered by Herbert Schwarz, the district leader for the city
Yes.
of Munich. As the highest-ranking person involved, he bears the main responsibility for Mr. Norman's death. Mr. Schwarz is unfortunately deceased, and as such cannot be tried. This does not, however, absolve his subordinates of their culpability.
Objection. According to the witness statement, it was Mr. Schickert who gave the order. Can you support your claims with meaningful evidence?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. If you would take a look at this.
Yeah. Let's see. Prove that Mr. Schwartz gave the order. So we have to go to the transcripts. Mr. Schwartz stepped outside. District leader gave the order for the execution. That.
This document clearly states that it was Mr. Schwarz who gave the order.
Not bad cuts, but not great either. If that's all the prosecution can come up with, the case is as good as lost.
Yeah.
Knowing the right answers is often not enough to win your case. You
Yeah.
also need to form the right conclusions. Conclusions the court is willing to follow, because they are plausible, and because you can back them up with evidence. A valid conclusion is always based on several clues. The one clue we are very certain is true is that Schwarz gave the command. So your conclusion should be based on that. Open your case file and give it a go.
Let's see who ordered the execution. So we go here, old case file. Click this. Oh, this, I didn't realize this was the actual thing. So, following mentioned by district leader. Yeah, so that paragraph is right. There, oh, okay. Find 2 more clues giving the district leader the execution order. So then, can we use the transcript too as one of those? That, and what would be another thing? Oh, here we go. So this is Schwartz talking sometime. I went together with Faltman out into the hallway with crimes of this severity. I always give the same order, the order to execute. Yes. So combine all of those together.
It must have been like
Submit
this.
that into evidence. Successful combination adds a conclusion to your case file. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of like how Return of the Obra Dinn is, where you have to match 3 things together to actually get a proven fact. Okay, that's cool.
I think I got it.
Shoot.
We have several consistent statements that Schwartz gave the order to shoot. There are no discrepancies in the testimonies. It says so in the files, and Mr. Schwartz stated it himself in 1947. Therefore, I conclude the order to shoot Hans Naumann came from District Leader Herbert Schwartz.
Congratulations. Well done, Cuts. If you argue just as coherently in court, this might go better than I expected. However, it was not particularly difficult, and it will probably not be that easy again. Still, well done.
Thank you, Peters.
Enough practice. Your case is waiting. Keep up the good work.
This is
All
Esther
right, who is
Katz.
it?
Hello?
Whatever Kiebitz told you, don't believe it. It's all a lie.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Back then, everyone was an ardent Nazi. Now they all claim to have resisted, doubted, hesitated, to have said no. Trouble is, somebody must have said yes. But who tells the truth?
Okay, and that was the demo for this game. I thought that we would get a little bit more intrigue into the story, but there wasn't really a lot in terms of the gameplay aspect of things. But I think I got the hang of it, and it does kind of have a feel to Return of the Obra Dinn. I don't know if the story is necessarily as intriguing, but it is kind of fun and interesting. I'll definitely try and check this game out fully. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.